After I watched the film, I felt spirited away.
Hello, welcome to episode 50 of the Epic Film Challenge 2, 1001 Movies You Must See Before You Die, and I'm joined with a very special guest, a kid I found on the street. What's your name again? I think his name's Harold.
My name's Jeff.
Wow, that's a reference I did not expect you to throw in there. There's my brother Tommy. Yeah, calm down. There's my brother Tommy, and he's here to talk with me and you about Spirited Away. Now, we got limited time with Tommy, so I'll kind of cut to me talking about the plot of the film, and then I'll get Tommy's opinion on it. So, okay, so here I am, without Tommy. Yeah, he had to go, so I was going to just do my opinion, because I know I'm going to talk about this film for quite a bit, so I'm just going to do that now, and then Tommy will just mysteriously appear again. Anyway, Hayao Miyazaki's Spirited Away, 2001. It was a huge hit when it came out. A critical hit, a commercial hit. I'm not sure about America. I don't think it did too well in America, but I know in Japan it did big numbers, and it was huge. It won the Oscar over here in America. I know that John Lasseter from Pixar was heavily trying to push this film. I don't think it quite latched on as much as they had hoped, but I think it still spread, and you know, after a few years of it coming out, everyone knew about it. I mean, I knew about it. I'd never seen it, but I'd heard the film. Heard the name of it, Spirited Away, this amazing Japanese film. So it has this legend to it now that is only going to grow, and it's probably the most talked about anime film, and it's the only film in the book, so it stands to reason. You know, I wasn't too surprised to see it in the book. I'll talk about it a bit later, but I do think there are other Miyazaki films that probably, well, I've already filmed the part with Tommy where I do say a couple, but I think probably Princess Mononoke, which might be in the book now actually, I'm not sure. That one, and probably Nausicaa, I think are two that are probably better, in my opinion, than Spirited Away, which is probably a controversial opinion. There's something about Spirited Away to me that is lacking. There's just, I don't even know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I've seen it twice now in both Japanese and English, so I can kind of fully judge, but I haven't got anything to kind of pinpoint. I don't know what it is about Spirited Away to me that feels like it's missing something. Yet I still think it's a 10 out of 10 film. I still think it's this masterpiece that is just like unlike anything, which I say a lot, but it's so beautiful and imaginative and fun and deep as well, and it has this meaning to it that isn't really spelled out to you either. There's a lot of mysterious characters in it who have these mysterious actions and mysterious, you would assume, backstories, but you don't get those backstories. You have to kind of make it up for yourself in a lot of these instances. Miyazaki doesn't really hold your hand, and I always love that. But the world that he's created with Spirited Away is, it's amazing. It's a completely original film, you know, that just came out of nowhere, and he made it, and it was brilliant, you know. The story follows a little girl, Chihiro, who is moving to another place with her mum and dad. She's not very happy about it, moving away from friends and stuff, and on the way to their new house, their dad drives down a shortcut, or what he thinks is a shortcut, and they find this dead end in a tunnel. So they go through the tunnel, and they find this abandoned theme park. As they're walking through, Chihiro's parents find all this food that's steaming and hot and looks ready to be eaten, and so they start chomping away at it. And Chihiro goes on her own and kind of explores the surroundings, and that's when things start to change. And she finds herself in this spirit world. And she's stuck in this spirit world that's full of all these weird and wonderful characters. And she has to kind of save herself and her parents. She has to kind of take a job in this huge bathhouse, which is kind of one of the main characters of the film in a way. This big bathhouse where all these spirits and gods come to get cleaned, and yeah, man, it's something you would never imagine yourself. It's well, maybe not. Maybe it's something a kid would dream up almost. You know, it feels like a dream almost, like the laws of dreams are in effect in this film. You know, a lot of things don't make too much sense, but that's kind of what happens in dreams, you know. It's like, well, of course that would happen, you know, it's Spirited Away. The music is great, but I feel like it's only one main theme that keeps coming in throughout the whole film. I feel like other Miyazaki films, scored by Joe Hisaishi, have had stronger scores in terms of multiple memorable themes throughout. But it's still a beautiful score and a very, a heartfelt one that adds to the story and kind of just by the end of it makes you feel strongly about the events of the film that were taking place before it. And yeah, there's not so much more to say about it really. Obviously I'll continue to talk about it with Tommy and give my final thoughts on whether it's a film you should see before you die, but it's one of my least favourite Miyazaki movies and I still think it's an absolute classic. It's just brilliant. And with the magic of editing and the power of time travel, we will have Tommy back in just a second and he'll give you his thoughts on Spirited Away. Tommy, what did you think of Spirited Away? We watched it last night. You'd never seen it before. What were you expecting?
I was expecting it to be like a movie that I wouldn't enjoy. I enjoyed it a lot. It was really weird.
Very weird.
Yes, very weird. And I didn't like some of the thing. I didn't expect like it to be like magic and stuff. I thought it was just she's just gonna get like chased around by like a spirit and then like.
Well, that is kind of magic stuff, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, but like I didn't know there would be an enormous baby.
Yeah, you didn't know there was going to be an enormous baby,
No.
And people getting turned into things and all that kind of
stuff. And
stuff.
the baby wanting to snap a girl's arm.
Yeah, that was a bit violent, wasn't it? One thing you said during the film, just randomly, there's like a shot of a field and you're like, oh, I love how anime meadows look.
Yeah, they do look really nice.
And they do. I understood what you meant completely about that. And then another part of the film, when the water's coming up, where the train track is, and the water rises, and you're like, oh, that looks beautiful.
It does, it looks amazing.
It does, I agree. I just didn't expect you to have that opinion of it at your age, which is what now? 10?
10,
10
11.
and a half? Yeah.
10, 11 in December.
11 in December, there you go, yeah. So I did not expect a 10-year-old to be saying that the film looked beautiful, but it does.
It does.
It does. So, what do you think of the story and just the film overall? Like, obviously there's a lot of weird stuff, but did you like the story?
I think it was okay. The story in a couple of seconds. So, broom broom through people in the car go through a tunnel. Then they eat food, turns into pigs. Boy saves girl with magic fruit. Girl meets spider dude in Spider-Man in Boiler Place, and girl gets job. Girl wants to free her parents from pigginess, and Humbaba doesn't want her to. Humbaba's a flying woman, and Humbaba has a baby called Baby.
Yeah.
This huge baby.
Yeah.
About the size of, basically the size of 2 of Luke's.
Yeah. Huge baby.
Big baby.
Gargantuan baby.
Enormous baby.
Alright,
probably size. Maybe he's Hulk's brother.
Hulk's very young brother. Yeah, there's a possibility.
But
I don't know if
green.
I don't know if we'll be seeing a Studio Ghibli and Marvel crossover anytime soon, though.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but I don't think.
No, they already have. They made an Iron Man anime.
Did they?
Yeah, they've made an Iron Man anime.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up.
It's on Netflix.
Okay. So, well, not all anime is Studio Ghibli, obviously. So,
yeah.
But anyway, so the big question is: this a film you must see before you die? I'll let you answer.
Oh, this is tough. Probably. It's a maybe. Like.
Okay.
Yes, it is actually.
Okay. And why? Why would you say it is a film you must see before you die?
Because it's weird.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Would you say it's a film that's unlike anything you've seen before?
Yeah, that's why you have to see it before you die, because it's nothing you've ever seen before. Like.
Yeah, for me it's a yes. I think it's an incredible film. It's so imaginative and different, and again, just like nothing you've seen before. Basically, it's the only Hayao Miyazaki film in the book. I would pick other films over this as being films you must see before you die. Do you remember Nausicaa? with all the bugs and stuff that we watched last year.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I think you liked that more, didn't you?
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
And that's one I'd put in the book.
It reminds me of when she was like climbing into that like bug.
Yeah.
In that one, it reminded me of for some reason it reminded me of when Rey was climbing into the...
Yeah. When I saw The Force Awakens at the beginning with Rey, I thought it was a bit like Nausicaa there, actually. Yeah, I thought that as well. But yeah, there's a couple of the films he's made that I'd put above Spirited Away, but Spirited Away is still a great film, and it is a film you should probably see before you die. Any more thoughts you want to add before we finish the video?
Probably that the baby gets turned into a mouse.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a mouse.
Just a weird creature. It's not really anything that we know.
And then the mum of the baby didn't recognise that it was a mouse, and she was like, disgusting.
What do you think of the English dub? Because we watched the English version. I've seen the Japanese one, but...
It was funny, because I said to Luke, is there any kid, like, voice actors? And then when we watched, like, a tiny bit of the behind the scenes...
There was.
And there was, like, 2 kid voice actors. There's a kid voice actor for the giant baby, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that, but yeah, the English dub was pretty good, wasn't it? It wasn't too bad. There's been better ones I've seen on Ghibli films, but it was pretty decent. So anyway, thank you for watching. Yeah, pretty decent. Thank you for watching. What was it? The thing that you said was relatable as well? I forgot.
Oh yeah, like hashtag like slip and bump your head. Hashtag relatable. Hashtag...
No, you said that. You said that in the scene where she's trying to go down the stairs that are over the massive cliff.
Oh yeah.
And she got down on her bum, and you were like, "That's what I would do." Remember?
Yeah. When she's like, if it was like really high up, and then she's going down the stairs on her bum, I was like, hashtag relatable.
And on that note, thank you for watching. Thank you, Tommy, for joining us on this episode. Oh, I thought you were just trying to show your nipples on the video. But you've actually got a reason. Yeah, there's a zombie t-shirt. All right, okay. There we go. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.